everybody, and welcome to the Down Under Veggie Garden Diaries. And my little Swiss chard is not looking too great. That's the ones that were transplanted the other day. I'll water them, maybe water them later. And my snow peas are looking great. I got 230 grams of snow peas off yesterday, so that's fantastic. Huge ones. So again, they're growing again. Just fantastic. And today, what I'm excited to do, and I hope I haven't, I'm not going to do it too, well, it may be too early to do it because it said 72 hours drying time, but anyway, I'm going to do it. Watch this. What do we got? I'm going to start the pond up. This is the first time I'm making this pond. Oh, my shoe just fell off, hang on. My shoe just fell off. Hang on, here we go. So I've got this big pot. It was full of succulents and I paid $45 for it a couple of years ago now, off the Facebook Marketplace, and I sold the succulents and I made $110 off that. So not only it paid for the pot, but I got $55 profit. So I went and bought some silicone. Now this is a special silicone that won't hurt the wildlife or you. This is one that drinking water can come in contact with it and it won't poison anybody. And that's what I wanted because I didn't want to hurt the animals. Okay, so I bought some silicone and I've lost it, and so I bought some new stuff, and as soon as I did this yesterday I found the old one again. But anyway, so you can get this silicone at Bunnings. Just make sure it's safe for drinking water. Okay, so basically the two holes that were naturally in this pot, I cleaned them out with a bit of paper towel, and it said clean it with I think it was clean it with terps or something. I cleaned it just with isopropyl alcohol, and then as soon as it dried I put some silicone in it, and I just had to get my thumb and just put extra and turn it over and make sure it's even on both sides, and just to make sure that it's not going to leak. So this is exciting, making my own pond. And hopefully this table will hold it up because it's not screwed together that tight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill it up with water and I'm going to add a fountain. So stay tuned, and here we go. Okay, so here we are. I've got the water. I'm going to fill this up. It might be a little bit dirty, but I'm going to fill this up, and if I overflow it, it'll get off the excess dirt maybe, but look, it'll be fine. Now, you might be going, how can I make this into a pond and how can I make a fountain out of it? I'll show you, and you can do this too. Now, if you have a container like this that has no holes in it, or you're able to get the special silicone to block it up, then you can have a fountain like this, and it's very cheap. Very cheap. Now, I understand that these pots can be expensive, but like I said, you can use any container. And as long as you get some sun, this will work, because I'm going to put a solar powered fountain in this little pot to make this into a pond. So you can just have this as a pond, or I wouldn't put fish in it. I think it's too small. I think it would be cruel to do that. Is this leaking or not? I hope it's not leaking. Not leaking? Brilliant. Okay, so you could have this as a bird bath, and you could put some rocks in it or bricks in it or something like that, just to have something for the birds or the bees to sit on more so they don't drown. It's also good, it's also drinking water for the wildlife. And I'm happy to have it up this end of the garden because it's not near anything that I don't, it's not going to, I was going to have it up near a clothesline, but then the birds would poop on the clothes. So if it sits on here, it's fine because it's going to just fertilise the plant. So here we go. We're getting up to the top now. This is going to make me so happy. Right. So cool. Alright. So I might stop soon. I'll do a little bit more. So I'm having this work because I think that'll do. I'm hoping this works because the solar power thing has been going off without any water in it because I've had it out here charging and it started making the noise. So, but I don't think it's burnt its pump out or anything. So it doesn't have an off button, it's constantly on. So let me just get it. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I'm not sure if I've got all the footage, but basically I filled up this pot after I've sealed the holes in the bottom with a drinking water safe silicone and left it to dry for a few days, a couple of days. And hopefully it's dry properly. I've now filled it up with water and I bought this solar power, might not be charging it, solar power fountain. Now I think I do actually have connections, I just can't find it at the moment. This is supposed to suck the water. Look! Oh, it's a fountain. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but that's cute. That's a start, right? So it probably needs more charging because it's been going without any water. So nice sunny day. We'll charge it up fine. Now, like I said, there is connections to make it do fancy stuff, so I'm going to have to find them and then I can show you. But how exciting is this? And as long as the water is moving, then I shouldn't get any mosquitoes laying eggs in it, hopefully. So as long as the surface has been broken regularly, it should be okay. So, you know, you might laugh, but it's great. It's a start. So I'm going to go see if I can find the connections and hopefully it'll get nice and charged. I don't know if it's going to charge anymore today, but hopefully it'll get nice and charged. And maybe if once I put a connection on it, it may actually go up higher because it's makes it a finer fountain. So how good is this? This is a start. It's a start. So basically this has cost me the price of the silicone, well, the price of 2 silicons now, we've still got it, but the price of a silicone and $20 for that flat solar power fountain. And you never have to charge it, it'll charge itself with the sun. So it'll keep going until the parts wear out. So you can get that for about $20 off eBay. So I think it's fantastic. So, alright, well, I'll show you if it gets any better than that. See you later. Thank you. Okay, we had some rain. It's now 2 days later, and look, I didn't expect it to be open like this. Look, look, it's light purple. It looks white because it's so light. Isn't it beautiful? Aww, isn't it beautiful? So good. So I'm going to, after they stop flowering, try and get around the side here. After they stop flowering, I'm gonna repot them because I'll get two more flowers too. Look, oh, beautiful! What a lovely thing to come out to, wake up to, come out to. Such a gorgeous thing. Oh, so beautiful, so lovely. Very good. It's a lovely day. Potatoes are going well. I can hear a bee. Yesterday it was a bit miserable and there was still a bee at the front on the lavender, so that's good. I can't see a bee. Lovely jasmine. Beautiful. And if you can hear the water feature going. Now, I know it's a waste of money, but I don't know where the nozzles are for the water feature, so I went and ordered a second one. So I'll have two. I could either give one to my boyfriend's mother, and she won't care if it just goes like that if I can't find the nozzles, or I could just have another water feature somewhere. Problem is it doesn't go at night, of course, but it does have a go even when it's shady. So as long as it keeps the mosquitoes off, They won't lay eggs in there, but they may have an opportunity overnight to do it, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, now it's still looking clear and lovely. The noise is lovely. Just put in there lovely calming noises in the garden. Are you making your garden into an oasis? A place where you can feel relaxed and get away from the world? Rosie's going fantastic. Yes, she's got seven buds now. I found another little one down here. She's a good girl. And the other roses, the Black Beauty and the Parfum Delicio, are going well now, so that's a relief. I might have to cut the, it's like it had dieback. I might have to cut that one back. It's actually going all the way down. So, yeah, I'll cut that one. I was thinking I should move this rose over a bit, but we'll see. Still might bump into Rosie, but I don't really want to disturb it at the moment. Not getting any aphids, are we? No, good. Oh, it's really warm on the back. That's hot on the back of that sun. Wow, I wonder what degree it is. It's only just before 11 AM. I'm getting so many snow peas off, so there shouldn't be many on there at the moment, but oh, there's a big one at the back. Let me see if I can get that one. Oh, and there's another one over there. It's not too bad. Very good. So I watered yesterday afternoon because I didn't have time to the day before. The gardens were dry, and I thought, oh, definitely got to water last night. So I watered yesterday afternoon, and then my boyfriend goes, "It's going to rain tonight." I went, "Really?" And I had a look at it, said, "Yeah, 1 AM," and then had a storm at about 1:30 or something, 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, had a lot of rain, so we should perk up. Everything should perk up well now. So the sage is going really well. Now I transferred plant it to here. And the Swiss chard are actually picking up, so there you go. A couple of insects. The new lettuce that I bought for $4, the punnet lettuce, there was a baby slug on it. And then when I come out, it was a bigger slug, or it was the same one it picked out, because I don't know if I'm going to get any lettuce out of that punnet now, so I'm going to have to grow some of my own. I thought, you know, save some time in this, but I might have to grow some of my own. I'm going to transplant these tomatoes out. Maybe I'll do it later today. The tomatoes, there's 16 tomatoes. I don't know if there's anything else. I don't know what they are yet. But the 16 tomatoes, I may put, as long as I pick one from each two rows, then I should get a different one, because I want 2 rows of each kind. So that one up there, that'll be the first kind, and then one of these 2 rows, and then this one, and then, you know, all the way down. I should get 8 different kinds. So I planted 9 different kinds. So I'll show you this. Still shady in the garden. Sun hasn't come over yet, so I won't put grappa in yet, especially since it's so wet. But see, I bought, this is my lettuce that you know about, and this is the new punnet, and look what's happened. I thought I'd put it here so I can get it acclimatized and get in the shade and I can water it, but it's just been mowed down by slugs, because I seen him on there. Little fat dude was on there. Oh dear. And oh look, I repotted some succulents. There's a couple of babies of this one. This is a red lipstick. Echeveria agavoides red lipstick. And there's a couple of babies, so when they grow roots, because I pulled them off there, then I can plant those. This is my, I think this is the Aeonium Starburst. I had a Sunburst. I think this is the Starburst. I could be wrong. It's been a few years since I sold succulents now. So yeah, and somebody said they like this one. I think this one is, what's it called? I don't want to get dirty. Alright, let me see. I'll have to try and find the label. In my earlier videos, you'll find it, because that's when I got it and I explained it to you and read it out. But see if I can get the label. See if that says what it is. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, go back to my early videos and you'll see that I planted, that I showed you those. If it's still there, I might have deleted that video. Unless that label just said it. Hey Herbie, he said, hey, lovely day baby. See the sun starting to go over the garden. So when it's a bit sunny, you can go out Herbie. Parsnips are doing alright. Spring onions are perking up. The babies that I first planted. I repotted this silver trim as well. And I put out of that tray down there, I put those little cactuses. So you're doing alright. Lovely day. Lovely day. Alright, wow. Oopsie. We'll see what I do later. If I finish this video off. These snow peas just so worth putting in, you know. So worth putting in. They're so yummy. It's great. Very good. Look at that. Well, give somewhere for something to get a drink if it needs it. Very good. Maybe the bees, well, the bees will get flying off. I was saying maybe the bees can land on the solar panel, but no, they'd get swiped off, wouldn't they? Yeah, maybe I can put a statue or something in there so the bees can just like try and sit on it and then have a drink. Maybe something that's raised above the water just a little bit so they can hop on there and have a drink. Alright, garlics are going well. And the Swiss chard over the back that wasn't transplanted, it's going really well. I'll get some of that. What are you doing in your garden? Have you got your tomatoes in yet? Are you growing your have you grown your tomatoes from seed? No. Alright. Going well. Alright, I'll let you know what I do later. Strawberries are going well. Stations are alright. Little strawberries doing alright. Very good. Alright. I'll be back later. Bye. Okay, here we are again a couple of days later. It rained like crazy. And look at this beautiful bearded iris. It's open more now. Beautiful. Can you see in there? I don't want to hurt it. Ah, isn't that beautiful? It's gorgeous. I had a smell. It doesn't really smell. It just sort of smells green. See, I'm trying not to drop the phone. And there's another one here. Look. Hang on. Another one here. Another one there. Hang on. Oh, sorry. There's one up there, right next to it. Let me see if we can get it in. See, there's another one right there. And then there's another one too. How cool is that? Beautiful. Beautiful. It's very windy today. You can hear the chimes going on. Very windy. But the sun is coming out. It was wet. It had been miserable this morning. It was cloudy. There's some clouds in the sky, but they're a nicer cloud, aren't they? So, yeah. Lovely jasmine is still going. My boyfriend just went to the supermarket to get something, and I rang him up and I asked him to get me something for this pond because I think it's these jasmine flowers. You know how they die and go all brown, like you might be able to see that one there. That one is all brown and dry. They've been flying over to my new pond. I've got some more snow peas, cut my handfuls of snow peas off today again. I had lots of snow peas last night for dinner. I also had a garlic, not out of here though. I've got the little ones out. Look at my little pond. I just fixed it up. The little engine bit underneath was you can put a suction. There's a suction cap underneath, and it can get to the bottom of your pond, but it's too short for this, and it was hanging down, and it was causing the fountain not to work. So now that I've clipped it back up, hopefully it stays back up, and it's doing a lot better today. Look at that. Lovely. The newer ones you can get now, you can get LED coloured lights in, so you can have colour fountain, rainbow colours at night. I was going to buy that, but look, I just thought I didn't really want to spend too much because I already paid $20 something for this, and then I had to pay another 17 or something last night or the other night. So anyway, we'll see. Yeah, so I'm basically after the nozzles for it because they've just been laying around the house in my drawer, and I thought, what is this? And I don't even know if I got rid of it or what, but this is going great now. Look at that. So when the other one comes, probably come within a week, hopefully. Depends on the mail system. And we'll get that on, and it'll be a light spray of lovely stuff. It's splashing the fence, but that's okay. But it is a little bit dirty in there now, just from leaves and things. So like I said, I got my boyfriend, he went to the supermarket, and I got him to buy me something to scoop it out with. I was going to get something from the pet shop, but he was in the supermarket, and I said, how about get some kind of kitchen implement? So he had this big like colander thing. I said no, and then there was this like netty one, like more like to drain peas or something. I said yeah, but it's too big, you want a smaller one. And then he said tea strain would be too small, you'd be there all day. And I said, well, that big thing's too big. And when I hung up, I looked online and I thought, you know what, tea strain is probably a good size. Yes, I'll be doing it a little bit, but it's not a big thing. And then I saw that there was a cheap one. I thought I actually need one because I'm going to start drinking loose tea now. I thought I actually need one for me. I thought, well, I don't want to get them mixed up. And then there was a rose gold plated one. So I thought, right, I'll get the rose gold one for $6 for me, and I'll get the normal silver one for this pond so I don't get them mixed up. Look at that. This makes me happy. It really does make me happy. It's so great. And I just realized when I was looking at the video from the other day, Rosie's going to put her roses out right next to the fountain. She actually is getting a bit splashed, so I hope she doesn't get sick from that. But it's going to look so great. I mean, I know there's weeds and stuff under there, but that's fine. I can get them out as chickweed. But it's going to look so great with the rose out, with the fountain, and it's just magical to me. And I can't believe how well these roses are going there. They're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. Rosie, you know, she looks just perfect, absolutely perfect. Yes, she's looked like this before at the start of the season, but not as good, I don't think. And hopefully she'll stay that good. I don't know if she will stay that good over this way because, like you can see, there is a bit of water splashing on her. But when we get the finer nozzle, it might not do that. And if it does, it does, you know. So I haven't gotten any of this garlic out yet. I just learned the other day that you can eat garlic no matter when. You don't have to dry it out. You can pick it all seasons, so that's great. I'm going to start eating it. I pulled a couple out of those small ones, the extra ones I'd never room for in here. And they're about 1/3 of the thickness of that. And that relates to how big the bulb is. Everything's perking up very good. So I'm going to show you down this end. I just did a couple of things today. I didn't want to get dirty, so I just did it, and that was it. Spring onions, like I said, are perking back up. Cardboard bits floating around. Hey, heavy. I'm thinking he might be able to go out. Let's put you out, darling. These are the tomatoes. Like I said, there's 16. I actually did, about an hour or so ago, I actually did plant some tomatoes out of there. Got one from every second cell. And you can see the stick here. That's a tomato. I know it's tiny. I'm just going to go and see what happens. So, Herbie, hop in your truck, darling. Oh, there you go. He said, yay. All right, be good, won't you? He said, yep. All right, so that's a tomato. So that's one tomato. There's another stick. That's 2 tomatoes. And I'm just going to see how they go. I think they're going to go better in here than stuck in the tray and dying of lack of vitamins or lack of water. And this one's the bigger one, so he's in here. So I really eventually want to have 2 tomatoes in each. They're just plastic sticks that come off some plants I've bought over the years. So they're a good size for them when they're little, and then they're big, I'll transplant them. I'll change the stick to a bigger stick. So there's only 2 garlics in here now. It's only 2 garlic because I ate one last night. I had breast chicken. I fried it in the pan, And I had snow peas and the Swiss chard, and I had the mini tomatoes, cherry tomato type ones, the rainbow colour ones, and I had I only had a little bit of chili sauce left, so I had to rinse it out with water and put it in there. And I put a little bit of plum sauce in. The plum sauce is actually expired, but that's all right. I don't think it'll hurt me. And I put 1 clove of garlic and a little bit, and about this much of the stem. And it was only a small clove. Well, bulb. And yeah, it was nice. I couldn't taste the chili or the plum or the garlic a lot, but it just made it like a nice savoury, just instead of being plain. It was actually lovely. And I've still got half to eat tonight. Look, my poor, I've already showed you already, haven't I? My poor lettuce. Gotta try and get that in the garden. But I don't want to get dirty, so I'm probably not going to do it today. Oh, look at this root. This lettuce is going to seed. Oh dear. Well, I might have to pull him out. So, yeah, at least it's something. Lovely, lovely variegated Alaska nasturtiums. I'm really picking up now, really taking off, so I can start eating some of their petals maybe. Got a big weed. Gotta get my boyfriend to shovel out over there. A little bit of chickweed in the middle. And yeah, so looking good, looking good. I just feel like I'm missing out a little bit. You know, you look at your garden and you think, crap, you know, there could be something in there. It's warm, it could be, you know, and you think, oh, how long is it going to take for these tomatoes to grow? And look, it's I believe it's the 15th of October today. Where I'm ahead of you guys if you live in the Northern Hemisphere. So it is actually Saturday today. It's the 15th. And yeah, I was so tired the other night. Thursday night I stayed up all night. I took about, I don't know, 5.5 hours, maybe 7 hours to do 3 years of tax. And then and that was just to prepare it to take to the tax lady. So I got up with only about 4 hours sleep, not even, maybe only a couple hours sleep, and went to the tax lady yesterday. So it's all good. I just got to print some more stuff out on Monday and give it to her on Wednesday or whatever, and it'll be all good, and pay her a whole heap of money. But since I cancelled my ABN, there will be no more paying her anymore. I will be able to do my tax myself online for free, so that'll be great. So I think it's just a lovely day now. Yeah, it was damp, like I said before, damp and miserable this morning, but it's just lovely, just lovely. It is quite windy though, like I said. You know, there is a black spider who lives, can you see the cobwebs up in that chime? Black spider lives up there, and every time I water the garden he comes out. I'm like, get back in, it's raining, what are you doing in for? and of course there's some living in a fence. One come out and one went across there, and I'm like, ooh. And last night, well, yesterday afternoon, before sunset, I saw there's some strands going to the compost bin. I'm thinking, don't go any further, don't freak me out. So yeah, so I hope you're having a good time. I just want to laze around today. You never know, I might get the urge to do something else, but more likely I'll probably look at stuff on the internet and see what else I can plant. I'll watch your videos. Share my videos, give me a like, give me a subscribe. That helps me know that you actually enjoy watching my channel and enjoy the actual video itself. If you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, but I prefer a thumbs up because, you know, it hurts my feelings if you don't give me a thumbs up, especially if you give me a thumbs down. Comment, you can say what you're doing in your garden, whether you've got a water feature. Show me a link. Look at the airplane. Oh, there he is. He's gone. See ya. Give me a link to your video. I'll subscribe to your video. Even if you don't speak the same language, I'll have a go. I'll have a look. Especially if it's gardening. So yeah. I need to clean this up, of course, but I'll get to it. But in the really hot summer, it's really hot. It's like, you know, it can be like 43, 45 degrees. And then I don't feel like coming out, but I'm going to have to make an effort because these plants are going to need watering. It's only, oh look, it's probably only about 18 degrees, if that, today. It's supposed to only get to 15, I think. It might only be like 15 or 16 degrees. But it's getting lovely. Very lovely. I just can't get over how many snow. This is just great. And you know, I watched a video. What was it? I'm not sure whose video it was. It said that, you know, don't worry about harvesting your crop. And that's the thing, we get so used to harvesting a whole crop of garlic, a whole bunch of tomatoes, you know, all at once, lettuce. And you know, you learn over the years to take one leaf of the lettuce, one leaf of the spinach, you know, a couple of leaves, and let them grow and provide for a longer season, instead of like having 6 lettuces and then having 6 days where you can harvest. You can just keep harvesting for months until they bolt. Now, that's something what I didn't realise that you could really do with potatoes, and you can do with garlic. And it's like, why aren't we taught this? That we can plant a thing like this instead of waiting like 8 months or something for the garlic and 4 months for the potatoes. You can go out and just get them out and eat them right then and there. We're always so scared that, oh, it's going to poison us. We hear all these bad stories. Ooh, garlic can get botulism. Well, garlic can get botulism in the garden, but basically it's only if you start mucking around with trying to put it in oil and sit on your bench for a fortnight or a month. That's when you can get sick and can't get botulism. But we aren't taught that this doesn't have to be a monocrop, that you don't have to harvest it all at once. You're not a farmer, you are a crofter. You're basically a home gardener, and you can take a bit here and there and you get a variety, and it lasts. Like here I am not enjoying my potatoes, not enjoying my garlic, because I think it has to be full size and ready. It doesn't have to be full size and ready. I can take that big one there now and have it tonight, and I can keep doing that every night if I want garlic every night until it runs out. So, and the thing is, I'm not great at storing things. You know, I'm not great at doing that sort of thing. I can put stuff in the freezer, but that's about it. Like vegetables, even meat, I can't store meat in the freezer. I'm not good at knowing how to do things. But look, I can pick one of these and eat it within the next couple of days. Or I can pick one and eat it at night, or whatever. Or pick one and eat it straight away. And I can just keep doing that. I don't have to wait until January or whatever when I'm going to harvest these when they're full size, and then worry about having to dry them and store them for the winter. I can eat them now. Yes, I might not have anything for the winter, or maybe I'll have a few just left. I don't have to worry about having some kind of big container where I'm going to put in the house because it's going to get too cold, too dark, not dark enough, too hot. I can enjoy them now, and that's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. And like usually I'd pick it and it would go to waste, you know, or I'd pick some and then I wouldn't eat it that night. Now I can just pick it when I want, and it's just so freeing. And like I was trying to say, someone said, they didn't say all that, I said all that, but someone said the whole goal is not to say, oh, let's have a good crop, you know, let's you know, be disappointed in how it went. The whole goal is that if you can just have something from your garden every day to eat with your meal. It doesn't have to be a full meal and be self-sufficient and grow everything yourself. That's a great thing, and that's great, but self-sufficiency is fantastic, but we just feel like we're so far away from that, and we feel disappointed. Oh, look, why bother? We're not going to be able to provide all our vegetables. But if I can come out here every couple of days and grab a couple of handfuls of snow peas for a couple of meals, that's snow peas I didn't have to buy. That's healthy food for me. That's making sure I get my greens. And if I can grab a bit of garlic as well. I mean, people think, you know, these people have huge gardens, they grab this, and we've seen them online. We grab this, we grab that, we grab that. Look at this huge harvest I've got, you know. I'm going to give some to my friends, whatever. And I'm not having to go at any channel. This is an American channel I was watching. You know, he was doing that, and he's great. I don't, you know, I'm just saying though, but he has a big garden and he knows what he's doing. And people who are amateurs like me, we don't know what we're doing. We're just learning, and I hope you're learning along with me. And if you've got any suggestions, help teach me. I mean, I'm willing to learn. But just come out, and if you can grab a bit of spinach, or you can grab a snow pea, or you can grab a carrot, or you can grab a garlic, or you can grab a bit of lettuce, or a bit of herbs, the spring onions. The potatoes might take a bit longer, but I can start digging them up when they're getting near time. I can start digging them up and having them as little potatoes. They're not going to store. They'll go off probably if I try, but they're not going to store. But I can just take some and say, right, I'm going to have some potatoes tonight. And I think that's fantastic. What more can you possibly dream of than be able to come out every day and say, I'm going to get 3 potatoes out of the potato patch, and I'm going to grab 2 or 3 sprigs of rosemary, and I'm going to grab a couple of carrots and a couple of bits of garlic, and I'm going to grab, well, I could grab the parsnip, but that's going to seed, and things like that, and then some lemon thyme or whatever, and just have that as your meal. And yes, you will get a glut of tomatoes maybe, or a glut of potatoes, but if you're eating one every day or a couple every day, you're working through that crop, and when the season's over, you may have some left to store, you may have stored some, or you may not, and you just go on to the next season. And this is the first time I've eaten so much from the garden, and it's fabulous. So I encourage you, even if you only grow 1 pot of herbs or something, and I know that you might be thinking, oh, what am I going to do with herbs, you know, but you can add it to the things you get from the supermarket, and know that you didn't have to pay $4 for a bunch of herbs. You got some free from your garden, and you can keep getting it free from the garden. And even if you bought the punnet for $4, you're going to have herbs for a lot longer than just one day. So that's my monologue for the day. It's just, you just need to learn that everything is not so black and white. I'm a very black and white logical person, and I'm an anxious person, and I think, oh, what if this, what if that? But I've learnt that it's okay. You're not going to cark it by eating a bit of garlic that's not dried because it's just come out of the ground. You wash it well, and you're allowed to do that. You know, you can take your potatoes out and eat them as long as they're not green. You know, you don't have to wait for the whole crop to finish. So that's something new I've learnt this year, and it's great. I mean, I put all these gardens in, and I think I'm doing well. I don't know, what do you think? I think I'm going really, really well, and I really don't care if anyone tells me I'm not, because I know that I am. And I can't wait for these gardens to perk up more. I don't know, like I said, I think there's something nutrient deficient here somewhere maybe, but they're going well, and I think we'll soon show in these tomatoes if they start perking up. I can hear a can getting blown around the road. Can you hear it? So this is fabulous, and these seeds, I'll show you what I took out. Sorry about that, my boyfriend just rang and I had to cut the video off. Okay, so I come and got some tomato seedlings, and I'll show you now. Every 2 lines has got 1 breed of tomato in it. So I've got the 5th one out here, so that's 1 kind, and I was going to get this one, but I didn't. I got that one out because that was 2 together, and I didn't want to have 2 the same in the garden. And I got that one out there, I believe. Yeah, so at least there's 3 different kinds that are in the garden. But I just worked out what this one is up here. This plant here with that leaf, it looks like parsley, but it's not because I didn't plant any parsley in there. That's that Amsterdam celery, or Chinese celery as some people know it. So cool. Wait till that gets a bit bigger and I can put it in the garden. And that celery is more like celery tops. You know, when you grow celery and it's got the thin branches up the top, it's more like grows like that. It doesn't grow big thick ones, and it's a bit stronger than traditional celery. And you can grow it all mostly year, and it's not hard to grow. It's very easy to grow, so that's very good. All right, I'll get Herbie to sign off, and I'll go put this on the end of the other video, and I look forward to seeing your comments and your thumbs up. So subscribe, and I'm off to watch other people's videos. Thanks for everything. So see you, Herbie. He said see ya. See ya, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.